It is the most wonderful time of the year. We'll see if Texas gets in because they have something against the NCAA committee. I don't know. It's going to be great. Selection Sunday special, Rec Room Sports. We are pumped for it here. We're about three and a half minutes away before we finally start seeing the picks here. And we're going to break it down for you. We're going to break it down live as the seats get taken and who misses at the end and all this good stuff here. So without further ado, let's get this intro out of the way. Welcome to Lock It In on the Raccoon Sports Hub. My name's Tanner Dawson. Join me, of course, is Alan Perales and Scott Cove. Happy Selection Sunday, boys. It's here. It's finally here.
I dropped Michigan to a 10 seed with the loss today. They're down to a 10 seed. Boston College is up to a Boston College is a 4 seed.
They moved up. Hey, that Purdue-Michigan game, Purdue came out firing, man. They just kept with it. That was a good finish to tournament time.
Didn't it seem like they went into the game with the mindset that all these teams need to go in with against Michigan? Aggressive early.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot the ball. Don't worry about what happens. Just stay aggressive. And Purdue did it. So yeah, I think Purdue's, a 3 or 4 seed probably.
Yeah, I'd say they probably slid either 3 seed.
According to Lenardi, they moved up to a 2 seed after their win today.
Get out of here.
They weren't good until this turn. Listen, they haven't been good since December, basically. They've been beating teams they're supposed to. They haven't beaten anybody until today that you could say, wow,
like
that's
you
a great
win
win.
one game, one good game, and you're like, forget the rest of the schedule you just had. Kind of like Texas.
So I looked at Lenardi's. Alan, take a look at Lenardi's thing. Where's he have Arkansas?
It better not be with KU. I don't want to deal with that again.
It's not.
No.
Here's the reason why I say this. He has him in the Midwest as a 4 seed. He has Vanderbilt as a 4 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas not just win the SEC title. How are they on the same line as Vanderbilt? Better record. You won the SEC conference championship, tournament championship. Vanderbilt's a 5 seed in my mind, and Arkansas is a 4 seed. And the other thing, Tanner, remember what the second round game was last year? Arkansas St. John's?
Yep.
Look at his second round game this year.
Arkansas St. John's. Oh, I don't know.
We'll see.
High Point and Troy are actually not bad teams.
No. So my feeling is this year is going to be a defensive tournament. A lot of good defensive teams in the tournament this year.
I already see a 13-4 upset already just by looking at what
at his brackets, right?
Yeah, and it's actually Cal Baptist beating Alabama, I think.
Yep,
because Alabama did not look good in the SEC tournament.
No, they did not.
All right, so for the first time ever, I think we're gonna get a team in that should definitely not be in by far. But they had the best presentation. I just showed Alan this here. On the screen here is the Mississippi Valley State University Delta Devils. They made a letter out to the NCAA committee. And this says, Dear NCAA Selection Committee, we at Mississippi Valley State University feel we should be selected to participate in 2026 tournament for the following reasons. We doubled our conference wins versus 25. Transitive wins all over 364 other teams. We've waited our turn for the spot. You can't let Auburn in. The world needs to see Michael James. We played the game the right way. It would be funny. Pretty, or please, pretty, please. That's pretty good.
All right, they get the 17th seed in the East.
They get the 17th seed. I agree. Just by that.
All right. So Duke number one in the East region.
Allen is way ahead of us, by the way. So
no, I have it too. I have it too.
Duke Siena round one. Duke Siena round 1.
That's an easy Duke win. That's an easy Duke win. I don't see.
Yeah, Duke number 1 overall seed. I'm assuming that if they're doing Duke first, Ohio
No, they
State.
always do the East first.
Duke Siena should be an easy matchup for them. I love that matchup. Ohio State TCU in the 8-9 game. In the 8-9 game, I love that matchup. St. John's is a 5. I don't know. One of y'all called it. St. John's is a 5 seed.
We went off Lenati's brackets. He had St. John's as a 5 seed. So yeah.
And they just won the conference tournament, didn't they?
No, that's a little bit. They should be a 4 seed, to be honest with you. So they 4 or 5 doesn't matter once you get past the first round.
Northern Iowa.
They got to go out to San Diego in the first round. St. John's. They traveled across the country.
Yeah, that is crazy. Northern Iowa first tournament appearance since 2016, almost 10 years.
Hey, we got a couple of newbies that have never had a tournament appearance in the automatic bid, so that's pretty cool.
There you go.
Siena and Northern Iowa, or those the two?
I'm literally just getting Ohio State TCU right now.
There's your team, Tanner.
KU against Cal Baptist.
Kansas is a 4 seed.
And we're in California? Is that what it is?
San Diego.
Yep.
In the Duke bracket. TCU's bracket.
And could be playing St. John's in the second round, which would be not great.
South Florida got in. South Florida, one of the last 4 buys.
They won the conference tournament, so that's why they get in.
Oh, okay.
So South Florida, Louisville is the 6-11 game. Michigan State's a 3 seed.
In Buffalo.
I thought we were going to get Northern Iowa, honestly.
In the first round.
What do you think that matchup, Scott? North Dakota State, Michigan State, round 1.
I would give North Dakota State a chance. I'm not sold on Michigan State this year. Inconsistency all year long. So
KU right off the bat in the big region. Man.
That KU Cal Baptist game it's going to be 55-53. Kansas Cal Baptist. Because Cal Baptist plays defense.
UCF UCLA is the 7-10 game.
I hate UCLA this year. I think UCF beats them. UCLA's terrible.
I'm glad UCF got in.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
Huge.
I'm glad too. But UCLA as a 7 seed, I don't see it.
Yeah,
they had some big wins, right?
I would not be. I would not be.
They beat Michigan State in the conference tournament, so that's probably why they got the 7 seed.
UCF, I would not be.
Kansas is in the bracket of death here so far. UConn is the 2 seed.
Duke and UConn. What the hell?
Holy moly!
Who's this 15? Furman, UConn.
Furman's back here. Let's go.
Furman's the automatic. Did Furman won their
conference? I think Furman won their conference. Yeah. So that's the East region. Furman, UConn, UCLA, UCF, Michigan State.
I feel good about this, guys.
I do think Kansas beats Cal Baptist because Cal Baptist can't score. I watched that game last night. I had Cal Baptist on the money line.
Well, if they play good defense, we can't score, apparently. So,
what is up with Peterson? Do we know? Is he good to go?
Yeah, he's good to go. He's fine.
He's good to go. Okay.
Yeah. If the game would have been closer yesterday, he would have played. So, or the other day.
I think
Scott,
TCU beat Ohio State, number 1.
Yeah.
Kansas Cal Baptist is going to be a close game.
And
if you're Duke, who do you not want to see in this side of the bracket? In the
don't want to see UConn. You don't. I mean,
don't want to
see St. John's. I don't think
I wouldn't want to see. I wouldn't want to see TCU round 2. I would rather see Ohio State.
I'll get the link, Jay.
Yeah. I think that whole bracket is a bracket of death, to be honest with you. UConn, Kansas, St. John's.
Michigan State, UCF.
Michigan State's inconsistent. I don't know if they get through. I have problems thinking they beat Louisville. I mean, this is UConn and Duke, I think, in the regional final. I think.
Man, if I'm Duke, I want Ohio State over TCU.
That's what I was thinking.
Absolutely. I do too.
I do not want TCU.
Low key, I think TCU, if they somehow beat Duke, I think they can come out of the East.
I don't think anybody's beaten Duke in the first weekend. I think Duke's getting to the second weekend.
Oh, let's go. Well, message me the link on X, Jay, and whoever's out there. I need a.
I think it's Jay.
Who wrote that? Now, who wrote that?
Jay.
Women's bracket is
Jay. I'm sure that was Jay.
Jay. Do we remember what happened in the women's bracket last year, Jay? Jay.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think Duke is going to play. I don't know. Everybody's going to be down on Kansas. I'm not sure. Kansas could sneak out. I mean,
we haven't played well outside of Allen at all.
I know. That's the thing. And
That's
then
the
you have
issue.
Cal Baptist in San Diego, which is not as.
All the way out freaking California. Oh.
So I'm thinking if we get any first round upsets out of this side, it'll probably be UCF, North Dakota State, and maybe TCU.
UCF for sure. I think my bracket's going to have UCF beating UCLA for sure. My bracket's also probably going to have TCU beating Ohio State because I think TCU beat Ohio State. So yeah, the other thing is what's with these Dukes injured players that didn't play in the ACC tournament? Are they back? Are they not back? I mean, what's going on with them? So
I think you might get one guy back, but I think they're still pretty banged up.
I don't think you'll see either one of them Thursday, the first game. To be honest, I think they can win that game without those guys. So
man, I can't believe we fell in the freaking bracket with Duke in the first number one overall seed bracket, the toughest bracket.
Duke, UConn, Michigan State, damn.
Kansas never is in the East. They're always in the Midwest too. That's the other thing that's.
Yeah, but when you go to the 4 or 5 seeds, you're not getting your home.
Yeah,
they blew.
I mean, I'm even worried about St. John's that first game. You got to travel across the country, New York to San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I like you and I. I think you and I could make it tough for St. John's.
And depending what time that game is, if you have a huge crowd there and Northern Iowa's in the game, you don't think those fans are going to be pulling for Northern Iowa? They're going to make noise? Of course, obviously.
By the way, Scott, UCLA 6.5 point favorite over UCF right now. I just saw that on ESPN.
I'll bet it after the show. UCF. I like UCF a lot.
North St. John's is a 9.5 point favorite. Duke is a 27.5 point favorite. Ohio State 3.5.
St. John's is a 9.5 point favorite.
Ohio State's favorite. Okay.
Okay.
They don't have one for Kansas or Cal Baptist yet.
That's going to be a low total.
Arizona's number 1 in the West. They're playing LIU.
Man,
I like Arizona coming out of the West, no matter who's in it.
I like Arizona to win the whole thing. Actually, I think Arizona can win the whole thing.
I like Arizona a lot. I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Really do. But I think I really think Iowa State could be in the mix too out of the Big 12.
Absolutely.
I think Arizona and Iowa State both have a chance to win this thing this year.
Villanova, Utah State.
I love that matchup. I really love that matchup.
I love Utah State.
Oh, here we go.
Nova, Utah State, yeah. That's in San Diego too, so that's
AZ.
Arizona's coming out of that first weekend. I don't see the 8 or 9 being anywhere near with the
Wisconsin and High Point 30-4. That could be a potential upset.
That could be an over game. Both teams can score. If that total is in the 150s, I would take the over.
LIU.
Of course, I'm going to be looking at the 6-11s because that's where the last seeds are probably getting in. Arkansas 4 right there.
Arkansas is a 4?
Okay. Arkansas is a 4 in the West.
They got to go to Portland, though. They got to go to Portland.
Oh.
At Hawaii. They're playing Hawaii.
There you go. There's it. There's the upset. Team. Baby.
There it is.
There it is. That's no, it's not really. That's not going to be an upset, but that could be a lower scoring game than people think. Hawaii's good defensively.
BYU's got a 6 seed, Tanner, there.
How did BYU get 6? They should have been like 7. High Point. There we go.
Oh, Texas. They're playing either Texas or NC State.
Tanner's out the door. BYU is going to smoke either one of those teams.
How is Texas?
Why?
God, you got to be kidding me.
BYU is going to smoke both those teams, whoever comes out of that.
Let's go NC State.
Gonzaga's the 3 seed. Wow.
Gonzaga, Kennesaw State.
I like Kennesaw State. I really like Kennesaw State. I don't think they're beating Gonzaga, but I really like them.
There's Miami, Florida at 7 against Missouri. Missouri did get bumped up to a 10 seed.
Are they playing at
home?
Look
where the game is. Alan, look where the game is.
Yeah, St. Louis. Yeah.
It's in St. Louis. Missouri's the 10 seed, and they get a home game, basically.
They'll get a home game for the first 2 rounds.
Missouri's going to win.
I can't believe we have a playing game. Texas and NC State. NC State even I can't believe they're even making it in the tournament.
NC State was bubble at best for me.
Yeah, but they haven't beat anybody. They haven't competed. They haven't competed with anybody in over a month.
The one team I would have taken over Texas was Oklahoma, because Oklahoma beat them.
So NC State was projected to be one of the last 4 buys, but they fell to the last 4 in. So that means something.
Kennesaw State, man. Kennesaw State, what a school. Not only in football, but in basketball too, guys. We're talking Kennesaw State past the regular season. Look at that.
I like them, but against Gonzaga.
I like Missouri.
At home.
And then Queens and Purdue is the 2.
Purdue gets a 2 seed. Purdue gets
they
a 2
got
seed.
Queens though.
They get Queens in the first round. Who can
that
score?
Queens team is good.
It'll be a primarily Purdue fan base in St. Louis, so
Purdue has a history of being a high seed, losing in the first round too. So
how did Purdue get a 2 seed?
By winning the Big Ten, probably. I'm just shocked Texas is in. I can't believe they let Texas in.
Again,
now it begs the question: do they keep Miami of Ohio, and are they kicking them out?
Miami of Ohio might be in one of the playing games. They might be in one of the playing games. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't see too many upsets in this. What is it? The E or West bracket?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't see too many upsets.
This is Arizona.
Really, Villanova should take care of Utah State. AZ should win. Wisconsin should cover. Arkansas should win. So far, I haven't seen nothing there. And then the bottom half, when they show it for me, BYU, Miami, they're playing in Portland. They should take care of business. Gonzaga
Miami's
should win.
2.5-point favorite. Miami.
Yeah, I think Missouri's the one big upset in this bracket that I would take right now.
Even though Hawaii's the show team?
Yeah. Unfortunately. I don't think they're beating Arkansas.
No.
You know.
I could see High Point beating Wisconsin.
It could happen. I mean, Wisconsin, we've seen them do dumb stuff this year a couple times. But I think in this bracket, they'll really looking at it, no matter who wins that Texas NC State game, like Missouri is the one that could upset somebody, and everybody else, the favorite should win. So
We think
Well,
in
they
Arizona.
got back-to-back home games, first 2 rounds. So
yeah,
I think
I
Missouri
can make
can
it
come
work.
out of that first weekend because they're at home, and the other 3 teams that they're playing are not Purdue. Really, they can beat Purdue. They can beat Queens if that's what happens, and they can win the first game against Miami. So Missouri might be the team that comes out of that St. Louis region, so to speak. But I think Arizona comes out of that bracket. I don't see many speed bumps for them.
yeah, I think Arizona gets through as well.
Yeah, it's a slanted bracket toward Arizona.
Gonzaga's an 18.5-point favorite. Miami's 2.5-point favorite. Wisconsin's 12.5-point favorite. Utah State is actually favored over Villanova 1.5 points.
That's what I thought because
wow.
Bruce Pearl was on there saying that he thinks Utah State's going to beat Villanova.
yeah.
Arizona 29.5-point favorite. Kansas is a 12.5-point favorite over Cal Baptist.
Do we get a 30-point win at any point in this tournament from any team? Do you think?
I think Duke could do it right now so far.
You think Arizona does it in the first round too?
Yeah, I think those 2 teams could do it. I don't think LIU has a chance to compete against Arizona. Personally, to me, I think Arizona should have been the number 1 overall seed. So
yeah, I think
they're better than Duke.
Well, South Florida is a conference champion in the 11 as an 11 seed. That might mean that one of the last 4 teams got kicked out.
Yeah, I know. That's what we're starting to think here, right? Like Miami, Ohio. Are we going to see them?
I know. That's
Like
the one that I'd worry about.
If they don't get in, but they let Texas in, then I don't know what they're doing.
Where did Texas finish in the SEC? Did they finish like 9th or 10th or something?
They finished middle of the pack, but the reason why they're being highly regarded is because they beat Florida at Florida.
But that was back 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
And they've lost like 6 of their last 10.
Right. I watched them play Oklahoma that last regular season game. I wasn't impressed by them at all. At all.
No.
So I don't understand why they get it. I don't understand. So, I mean, it's bad news for Auburn. Could be bad news for Oklahoma.
I don't think we're getting in now. I don't think so. If they're gonna keep Texas in, I don't think we're getting in.
I think with Texas and NC State both getting into the playing game, that kicks Oklahoma out, that kicks Auburn out. Very well could possibly kick Miami, Ohio out already.
Undefeated regular season, and you can't get in. It's
Michigan number 1 overall in the Midwest.
And they'll take on Miami, Ohio as the 16th.
They'll play either UMBC or Howard.
It's an easy one.
Those are auto bid.
UMBC, one of 2 16 seeds to ever win a game against the number 1.
Hey, UMBC is beating up. We're beating up on their conference. So they took Vermont, and we talked about Vermont on the ESPN 690 in Jacksonville a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
and they torched Vermont in the title game.
They did. St. Louis is an 8-9 game.
Oh,
St. Louis is a 9 seed.
I like them. A 9? Dang.
St. Louis is a 9 seed against Georgia. I like St. Louis to beat Georgia.
Oh, they're playing Georgia?
Yep.
Texas Tech is
Buffalo.
a 5 seed. Cool. Texas Tech is in. They're playing Akron. Texas Tech.
That's the 5-12 upset. Akron's really good.
Yeah, they are.
They're really good. They beat Miami of Ohio. They almost beat Miami of Ohio in the regular season. They're really good. They play really good basketball. They have a guard that can shoot the ball lights out.
Damn hook.
Alabama still got a 4 seed. And they haven't been playing well lately. Hofstra.
Hofstra's an auto bid.
Hofstra got in. Let's go.
Hofstra.
They lost, didn't they?
Hofstra, Alabama.
No, they got in, I think. They won
got
automatic. Did they win automatic?
I think so.
I thought they lost. I thought I saw they lost. Oh, I'm looking.
Tennessee's the 6th seed.
Oh no, they won. You're right. My bad. I looked at
That's
the scores wrong.
Miami of Ohio or SMU. Those are your last two teams in. Miami of Ohio and SMU.
Sorry, Alan. Sorry, Alan.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I expected it.
You finish undefeated in the regular season, you got to win a playing game to get in the tournament. Great.
I mean, if Alan should be mad at anybody, it should be Texas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A team we beat head-to-head at the end of the season.
Yep.
Virginia.
And then they lost in the first round, right?
I low-key think Virginia should be
a
I low-key think Virginia should be a 2 seed, but that's just me. Right State is
over
their
Purdue.
matchup.
Over Purdue. I would agree. I think Purdue should be 3. Virginia should be 2. Wright State. Oh.
Kentucky, Santa Clara. Ooh, Santa Clara. I like that matchup.
Ooh.
All right, Santa Clara got in. That was another team.
Hey, I kind of like whoever wins the Miami Ohio SMU game to upset Tennessee.
I do too.
Santa Clara might have been the final bye team to get in.
That's what I'm thinking.
That wasn't an 11 seed.
This is Iowa State. Got to be right.
Yeah, Iowa State the 2. Yep.
Good, as they should be. Dang, that's a good bracket though. Virginia, Tennessee. I mean, you're talking Iowa State.
Tennessee State.
Kentucky could play well a couple of games. Santa Clara might beat Kentucky in the first round, though.
I wanted to say we just beat Kentucky, and we were 2 points away from beating Arkansas in the SEC tournament. So
Yep.
So that means Houston's the 2 seed in the
Midwest.
South.
I'm in the
West?
South.
Yeah.
Yep.
South, right?
Yeah, South region.
So the 1 seed that hasn't been called is Florida, and then Houston.
So Florida will get their 1. Houston will be 2.
I don't see many. Akron's the only team I see upsetting in the top half of the bracket.
I'll have to get back to the top half and check it out again here.
Akron's 29-5 against Texas Tech as a 12 seed.
I could see St. Louis beating Georgia, but I think they might actually be favored.
I think Georgia wins.
I don't. Georgia's too inconsistent.
Yeah, but St. Louis has played like trash down the stretch. Absolute trash. They have
Tennessee State, baby. Let's go.
Miami, Ohio is a big chip on their shoulder in this tournament. Nobody wanted to schedule us. Nobody wanted to play us. Now we're in the tournament. Let's take teams out. So SMU is going to go out. They'll beat Tennessee, I think.
Then you get either Wright State or Virginia.
You'll get Virginia. You'll get Virginia.
Other than that, I think. Well, I wouldn't underestimate Hofstra though in that top bracket.
Yeah, I don't think Hofstra could pull off.
I think Hofstra stands a chance. Alabama's now playing well.
Alabama, the SEC consistency here is not played great. Other than Florida, Arkansas, and Vanderbilt, there hasn't the SEC hasn't played that good in the final stretch here.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Arkansas 15.5-point favorite over Hawaii. Gonzaga's 18.5-point favorite. Purdue 23.5-point favorite.
I think Arkansas wins the game. I don't think they cover the 15. That'd be my opinion. I think Hawaii gets the backdoor cover.
Georgia is a 1.5 favorite. Texas Tech is 10.5-point favorite. Alabama's 10.5-point favorite. Kentucky 2.5-point favorite.
Texas Tech is a 10.5-point favorite over Akron.
Yep.
Give me Akron. Give me Akron.
Iowa State's 23.5-point favorite. Virginia 16.5-point favorite. Obviously, the only ones they don't have are the teams that have yet to be filled out here.
What Vegas is saying right now is they don't see any upsets at all in this first round. None right now. They're favoring all the higher seeds, and they're favoring them very heavily right now.
Oh yeah, Nebraska.
North Carolina. Here's for the first four matchups.
They got to be in the next. Yeah, Vanderbilt too. I don't think it's been called either, have they?
Here's for the first four matchups. UMBC is a 1.5 favorite. SMU is 6.5-point favorite over Miami of Ohio.
Miami of Ohio, I'm smashing.
North Carolina State is a 1.5 favorite over Texas.
Miami of Ohio is 6.5-point underdog.
Wow.
A team that is 31-1.
Wow. Have they watched SMU play lately? Ooh. I gotta bet that now. Before it goes down, because it's going down.
Sorry, I'm dealing with local weather here because
No, on DraftKings, Miami of Ohio is 7.5-point underdog now.
that's crazy.
Seriously? I guess Vegas hasn't been watching these games because there's no way in a playing game there should be a 7.5-point spread.
No.
Miami, Ohio bets in. Done. Done.
Go.
All right. Here's what I'm doing for the tournament. I'm going to bet every game just on the money line, basically, and see how it goes.
I just saw, was it a couple days ago? The Notre Dame hitting. I just saw the tweet about them hitting grand slams in the inning without making it out.
The baseball team or the softball team?
Baseball team
Baseball
against
team?
Louisville.
I didn't see that.
Two grand slams in an inning without making it out. That's wild.
Oh, wow.
All right. So Florida is the number one in the South. Obviously, we kind of figured that out.
I hope Boston College makes it in this bracket. That'd be really interesting if they could. Or UMass.
Boston College.
UMass.
Or UMass.
In. They looked terrible yesterday against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's really good. It's better than people think.
So our final first four games: Prairie View, A&M, and Lehigh.
There's your team, Tanner. Lehigh.
Lehigh, baby.
I like Lehigh. I like Lehigh in that game.
That means Navy officially screwed themselves in that tournament.
Yep.
Clemson, Iowa is the 8-9 game.
That's a low scoring game. That's a low. That's a 6.
Vanderbilt's the 5. Oh, they got to go to Oklahoma City. Nice.
Vanderbilt could see Florida in the Sweet 16. 2 SEC teams. Ah, that's dangerous. Vanderbilt just beat.
They got McNeese. They might not make it out of that game.
I like McNeese. Vanderbilt's really good though. I don't know if McNeese can beat them.
There's Nebraska. Nebraska, the 4 seed. They don't got a far drive either. They're going to Oklahoma City.
Nebraska's 6-6 in their last 12 games.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't played well.
No.
Oh, they're playing Troy.
I like Troy. Ooh, Troy.
Nebraska,
Yeah, there you
Troy.
go.
That's gonna be a tough one.
I bet you Nebraska's favored by 12.5 in that game.
Oh, there you go, Jay. North Carolina, the 6th seed. Who did I get?
Who they got?
VCU. North Carolina, VCU. VCU just won the A-10, so That was the last seed stolen. Was VCU.
They don't like North Carolina.
Be third, fourth year in a row, Tanner, that Oklahoma's the first team out.
Yep.
Which is it's
And you beat Texas 2 of those years.
And we beat Texas. Yeah, we beat Texas 2 of those years. Illinois, the 3 seed.
I like Illinois a lot.
And they're playing Penn, the Quakers.
That's going to be a really high scoring
game. What's up, Bobby?
Bobby, what's up?
Yo.
I like Illinois. I think Illinois is going to come out of that. Those 4.
St. Mary's, the 7 seed. Against Texas A&M. Another team that was a bubble team that just got it. I think they were the first of the 4 buys in.
I got to look at Oklahoma more carefully. I thought they were better than a couple of these. Definitely Texas. Texas A&M too. Didn't they beat Texas A&M, Alan, this year?
Yep, we beat Texas A&M. We beat Vanderbilt.
So who gets
Penn gets Illinois, and then the last game is Idaho Houston is the last.
Sorry,
game.
Idaho, you got no shot in that game. Sorry,
they may not score 30.
No, I know that. I know a team total under for Idaho.
Man, Yale would have been a great matchup for Illinois.
I know.
Great matchup for Illinois.
There's somebody that's already placed a $1,000 bet on Miami of Ohio to win the tournament.
To win the tournament?
500 to 1 odds.
I would have bought the first game. I wouldn't have. I might even sprinkle on money line too. I did the point spread, but I might put money line. Anybody going to be Florida in this bracket? Maybe Illinois.
I think Houston, Illinois, have a chance.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that Florida is unbeatable by any means. So,
no.
Right. I think Vanderbilt, if they play Florida in the Sweet 16, is going to get their heads handed to them by Florida. After Florida looked terrible against them in the SEC tournament, and then they got to play them 10 days later or whatever. You don't like that.
Vanderbilt 10.5-point favorite. Iowa 1.5 favorite over Clemson. Nebraska 14.5-point favorite. North Carolina 1.5 favorite.
Nebraska is a 14.5-point favorite. What have they done lately to garner 14.5 points?
Yep. Miami of Ohio was the last team in, but Texas was the third to last team in.
Look at the net rank too, Alan. Look at the net rank. Miami 64th, Oklahoma 48th, Texas 42nd was ahead of Oklahoma. Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
And we had the better record, and we beat them head to head. I get third straight year. We're the first team out.
Miami.
How does that happen?
Over Oklahoma, I get because of what they did during the regular season. I get it. After that,
now Bruce Pearl's trying to say Auburn deserved that.
Of course he did. Of course he is. It's his son's coaching there. Of course.
And guess what? Auburn lost their last 9 games of the regular season. They don't deserve anything, including a head-to-head loss.
San Diego State, though, man, that's tough for them to lose.
They were in the conference championship game too, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Bruce Pearl can stop arguing about his son getting in. His son they were never getting in.
You can't argue over a team that went 31-0 in the regular season.
And Clark Kellogg is putting him in his place, so to speak. Oh, now he's saying they should be in over SMU.
No. If anything, Oklahoma should be in over SMU.
I agree with that.
And Texas.
Yep. A lot of disrespect from Vegas towards some of these teams. That's what I'm going to say. A lot of disrespect.
Here's a good idea, Bruce Pearl. Don't let this Auburn team lose their last 9 games of the regular season. If you win half of those games, you're in the tournament.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The game they lost in the SEC tournament, they were up by like 12 early, 15, something like that. They didn't score hardly anything in the second half. His son did a terrible job coaching that. He didn't recruit well. None of that stuff.
All right, boys. Let's break it down this bracket here. We'll start with the East, okay? Now that we know the teams are in here, okay? Duke, Siena, right? And if we, I do want to take a look here. Duke, obviously, we all know what they do. You beat Virginia, you beat Clemson, you beat FSU. You're down players, you're still winning. You finished off really with a pretty solid win streak. Your last loss was at UNC on February 7th when they stormed the court. So you've won ever since. And then if we take a look here at our good friend Siena. Oh, if I can spell it right. All right, we'll take a look here. Siena. Are we just not going to show me Siena? That'd be great. Okay, there we go. Wins against, nobody big, but they were 10 points there. They covered, they almost won by 20 points here against Fair. Their last loss was at Fairfield, but that was all the way back in. Why does this keep clicking away? All the way back in February 27th. So this team, they can play with Duke. I think they're also missing some guys as well. But we look here, Duke overall, they're 8th ranked, 13th, and 8th ranked in a field goal percentage, defensive wise. They're a really good defensive team. Yeah. So I don't think necessarily that Siena, who's 118 in field goal percentage offensively, 261 in field goals made, they're nothing impressive for me to win this game here. So I think Duke here, if we're looking here, maybe not you can even put a cover in. I think they take care of business.
I don't think Siena's got anybody to guard Cam Boozer. I just think that's what it comes down to, is what's Siena going to do with Boozer. And if you stop him, his brother can hit shots. This kid, Malik Evans, who they have, is like phenomenal shooting the basketball. Duke's got too many weapons for Siena. I just don't think they can. Will they keep the game under 30? Maybe. But I just think Duke's got too much for them.
So we like Duke here. Ohio State's TCU that comes into play here. This is the game we like TCU in. And I'm just looking here, TCU's offense, they're in the top 100 for the majority of the stats. Okay. Ohio State's defense has, they're really good at rebounding defensively, as well as, they're good about 3-point percentage, but that's about it. And then you kind of flip it around offensively. Ohio State can make field goals, but their 3-point percentage, they're 56 best here. But again, TCU is pretty average on the defensive side here, and I think they can contend and take care of this game as our first big upset.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, they got the coach Jamie Dixon, who's been there before. In the tournament.
That helps a lot.
And that helps a lot. And Ohio State kept the game close against Michigan in the tournament, Big Ten tournament. But again, they're a really inconsistent team. You don't know what you're going to get from them. With TCU, they played in the Big 12 all year. Big 12 could be one of the top 2 conferences in basketball. So I give TCU a great shot to win the game.
Yeah. So these two top games, Ohio State and TCU, Duke and Siena, they start on Thursday. And switch over to Friday here at St. John's in Northern Iowa at 1 p.m. Eastern. This again from a standpoint here. I know St. John's is missing a couple guys earlier from this year in the season, but St. John, don't get me wrong, Northern Iowa, they can play, they can make down low, but it's their the thing that's gonna be the difference is the 3-point line in this one here. So, and I think St. John's owns that advantage.
And I think St. John's has a kid named Darling, last name of Darling, who is their do everything type of guy. So, and the other thing with St. John's is their backcourt. What are you going to get from their backcourt? And if you get really good,
check this stat out. I looked at UNI's defensively ranked 31st in field goal percentage, 7th best in field goals made, 13th best in field goals attempted, 3rd best in 3-point percentage. Defense, baby. Defense will damage it.
Alan, would you say the game? What's the spread?
What did you say the spread was?
For which one? St.
John's.
St. John's 9.5 favored.
I like Northern Iowa to keep it close, under 5. If that's the defense will keep them in the game, I think.
I think Northern Iowa can win outright because, like you mentioned earlier, Scott, they have to go East Coast to West Coast to San Diego.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Northern Iowa is like right in the middle of the country. They don't have to travel as far. St. John's got to go all the way across the country to San Diego. That's not a great thing for them.
Their defense, too, is number 1 ranked against points.
Northern Iowa's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Northern Iowa's going to stay.
They're averaging 61.3 points per game.
I would take Northern
Compared
Iowa with
St. John's
9.5. Yeah, I would take 9.5 with Northern Iowa. I think they can keep
I like the plus 9.5. I like the money line for you and I, possibly in this game, too.
I do, too. Sprinkle on that. Wouldn't be such a bad.
What about you, Alan, so far? These 3 matchups, top 3.
TCU, Northern Iowa, I like both to upset outright. I think Duke's going to handle Siena easily. I think Duke could definitely come out this side of the bracket. But I like TCU and I like Northern Iowa to both pull off upsets.
Again, I'll reiterate what I said at the top of the show. This is going to be a defensive tournament, I think. There's a lot of good defensive teams in this tournament. So
it really is. It's going to be a crazy defensive game. Looking here at the Cal Baptist KU game here, looking at it, KU's defense is sixth ranked. We're looking here. They're 47 ranked in points, averaging 69.4 in defense. But they take care of it in halves is a big thing. But they get out rebounded. Where CBU is 33rd ranked offensively in rebounds versus the 270th ranked defensive Jayhawks in rebounds. Second chance points has killed KU this year. Not be able to get that rebound. We saw it against Houston. We've seen it against Iowa State, Arizona. You can name it. That's where they get killed. Cincinnati game a couple weeks ago. They're just getting killed. And then we switch over around. Honestly, CBU's defense stacks up really well against KU. They are quite favored. They're 29th ranked in points. It's averaging 67.6. This is a big defensive game, defensive battle. And for a KU fan, this kind of nobody's going to talk about it, but this worries me because this team is set up to live on the shot and not the drive, but they can't execute all the time on the shot. And we saw that against Houston where they were trying to put that up. So this could be a tough game.
It's going to be a tough game, but I think the one thing that's in Kansas' favor heavily is that Cal Baptist struggles on offense. I watched that game last night, and they had a tough time scoring. So it was up until 3 minutes left in the first half, Cal Baptist at Utah Valley was 22-21. So they have a tough time scoring. So if Kansas plays any type of defense at all, Cal Baptist probably is not going to score the ball a lot. So that's why I favor Kansas in this game. But again, this is going to be a defensive struggle. This is a 50s game. This is going to be played in the 50s, I think, maybe low 60s.
So they just announced the dates for the first 4 matchups. Tuesday is going to be Texas, NC State, and I believe UMBC Howard, and then Prairie View Lehigh, and then Miami of Ohio and SMU are going to be the final game of the first 4 in.
So Alan will either be happy or very upset after Tuesday night. So
yeah, fuck Texas. Sorry.
I'm looking here. I also I think South Florida has a chance against Louisville. Louisville's, sometimes they explode, sometimes they're inconsistent. And I'll be kind of looking at that matchup for them too. That comes into play. Head-to-head wise, Louisville, last time these two teams played was 2014. And then they've played Louisville's 9-1 in wins, but in coverage they're 1-9 against the spread. So against the school, right? But I think honestly, South Florida doesn't necessarily provide a horrible matchup for Louisville. I think they can compete against Louisville here, looking at some of the rankings.
Tim, you want to take a guess of what the over-under is in that game, Louisville game?
157.
163.5.
Jesus.
I believe it. I believe it. The defensive rankings are ridiculous out here for this matchup.
Louisville's favored by 7.5, and the over-under is 163.5. That's crazy.
That is insane.
I agree with you. I think South Florida could beat Louisville. I really do. I think if any of the upsets are going to happen in this region, that'd be the one I look at closely.
I mean, look at another potential offensive game here. Michigan State, North Dakota State. North Dakota State has been on fire this year. They have blown teams out. They've looked really good. Michigan State, they can play offense. They're a little tough on defense, but their rankings aren't great on defense. But either is North Dakota State. So is there a chance here, guys? We see a big upset here, 14 seed?
I think so. I think there's a chance there could be. Like you mentioned, Scott, Michigan State's been inconsistent here lately. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Tom Izzo because it just seems like he coaches on a different level when it comes tournament time. But if North Dakota State plays their game effectively, then yeah, I think they could pull off an upset here.
I think North Dakota State can keep it close. Spread is 16.5 right now. I don't like that. I would not touch Michigan State at 16.5. I think North Dakota could keep it in the single digits for most of the game. Michigan State, this is the most inconsistent Michigan State team I think Tom Izzo's had in years for my liking. So, again, you don't know what you're going to get. You're going to have a first-round upset. Do I think this is the one? I don't know. But I think North Dakota State.
It's a tough bracket, And I think, not all the games have dropped yet, so I can't quite compare them all. UCLA, UCF hasn't dropped yet, but, this matchup here, if the right UCF team shows up, that's a team that should be able to take care of UCLA. But, again, they're going – where's this game being played? Do we remember where they were at?
I cannot. It's the thing about those years is they don't tell us where the games are. It just says what the games are instead of saying where they're at.
Yeah, you're right. Dang it. I did get the bracket up finally. UCLA, UCF here. I like, honestly, I think UCLA probably wins this game, but I think UCF can give them problems. And then finally, UConn Furman. I think UConn should be able to handle this. They shouldn't have any meltdowns, or I'm going to have meltdowns because Hurley's coaching. But, they shouldn't have an issue with Furman this round.
They shouldn't. Keyword.
UCF is plus 6.5 on this game right now. So,
gotcha.
But yeah, I agree. UConn, I don't see Furman even staying close in this game. So
yeah. So in this bracket here are the East guys. Who comes out of it to the Final Four?
Duke. I can't. I mean, I like UConn. UConn's a New England school. They're in the backyard, but Duke's good. Duke's really good. They're underrated good. in my mind. So give me Duke.
What about you, Alan?
I'm going to say Duke also.
Yeah, I got to go Duke as well. Dang it.
People,
I don't want to go
hate
Duke, but I got to go. Got to do it.
Well, we got
Duke,
one less view in the rec room YouTube. That means Jay was like, no, can't agree.
Over it.
Can't agree. Can't
Let's take a look at the West
agree. Can't agree
here.
with Duke, man.
Arizona, LIU. I think we all agree Arizona should blow them out. And this is a bracket. I mean, this bracket right here, like we said earlier, I think there's only one big upset, and that's the Missouri-Miami game.
Yep.
Villanova,
Yep.
Utah State. Villanova should handle. Wisconsin should handle. Arkansas, I think, will take care of business. BYU should win whoever they play. And then the Zag should win. And I think Missouri wins because they're in St. Louis. They're going to have a great fan base out there. The environment should be great. And then I think Purdue, of course, coming off their big win, should carry some momentum.
I do see one upset in this bracket. If we project it to the second game, I think Missouri beats Purdue in the second game. I don't like
very
Purdue.
Possible.
I just don't like them, and it's in St. Louis, and Missouri's the 10 seed. Purdue is played awful until the Big Ten tournament, so I like Missouri in that game. But in essence, I think we're probably all going to be on the same page who comes out of this.
Yeah.
But Wisconsin and Arkansas in the second game, that could get to 200 points. Easily.
It's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yes, yes. So, yeah.
What about you, Alan, on these matchups?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't see really much of an upset in the side other than maybe Missouri, especially not NC State or Texas. I don't think either of those teams has a shot at all. I low-key kind of like Hawaii, but Arkansas has just played on another level lately, especially, they just won the SEC tournament, albeit, they got lucky and beat us by 2 points in overtime. But I don't know. If I could pick anybody but Missouri, I could see High Point beating Wisconsin. I don't think it'll happen, but I could see High Point beating Wisconsin.
I don't mind it.
No,
I could see Kennesaw State beating Gonzaga. So
yep.
I'm not saying there's not going to be upsets, but I just don't. I think this one has a high probability of there being very minimal in this bracket.
But I can see Arizona playing. Who the heck would they play in the regional final if Purdue doesn't get there? Missouri?
Zags.
Gonzaga? Yeah. That would have to be the matchup in the
or BYU if they decide to show up all the way through. So that'd be the two to me if Purdue doesn't make it.
BYU Gonzaga would be a really interesting game.
Yeah. Who's our final four out of this, guys?
Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Arizona.
You good with that?
Yeah.
Midwest region, a little tougher, I think. Michigan, UMBC, Howard. I think if UMBC gets there, they can make it a little tough on Michigan and keep things exciting. I think Georgia St. Louis is a toss-up. Texas Tech Akron is a toss-up. Alabama Hofstra's a toss-up. Tennessee, and I mean, if Miami, Ohio gets it, and even if SMU gets there, I think that's a toss-up by itself.
Yeah.
Virginia should win. Kentucky, that's a toss-up, but I think Kentucky will take care of it. Iowa State should win. What are we thinking on these matchups, guys? Where's our upsets at?
I love Akron. I think Akron not only could win one game, but they could win 2 games in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Because look at the bracket that they're in. Texas Tech, Alabama, and Hofstra. Alabama's been inconsistent as heck. Texas Tech, I think Akron's a better team. I think Akron Hofstra in the second game would be really interesting as well. So, but I just like Akron a lot. I think Akron's talented up and down the board. I think they could take out Texas Tech and they could take out the winner of Alabama Hofstra. So I like Michigan and Akron in the Sweet 16 as a matchup. So I like Akron a lot. I will say this. Oh, I'll get to it when we give out our picks.
Okay. Alan.
All right. I'm going to be that guy. I like Miami of Ohio.
I do too.
I like Miami of Ohio to not only win their play-in, I think they can win round 1. And I think at the very least they can go Sweet 16. And if that's the case, you potentially put them against maybe Iowa State in the Sweet 16. I don't see them getting past Iowa State because I think Iowa State's just too good, but I don't think they're going to go down without a fight. So I like Miami of Ohio for sure.
Don't mind it. Honestly, I think Hofstra for me is the one I'm closing in on for the big upset out of this matchup here. And I could see Hofstra taking it to whoever they have to play in the second round. So, of course, Alan likes Miami of Ohio.
Hey, now. Then none of that. Wait.
Now, who's our final four of this group, guys?
Iowa State. I think Iowa State comes out of this. I like them a lot.
I think so too. I like Iowa State.
That's so weird. How do we all have Iowa State?
Well, I think Michigan through this whole tournament, Big Ten tournament, got exposed. I think people now know how to compete and beat them. And I think Iowa State has the roster and the makeup and the mentality to beat Michigan in the regional final. So I like Iowa State a lot in this regional.
Yeah, I think if Iowa State can just stay hot, they'll be fine. I think it is a Michigan-Iowa State matchup going into the Final Four. So I think Michigan takes care of business where they have to, and I think Iowa State does the same thing. I'm a little concerned with Virginia in the way. That'd be the one matchup for Iowa State that I'd be a little concerned because they can play defense pretty well. And so can Iowa State. But that's the thing. I think Iowa State, though, comes out of this bracket.
Yeah. And Witt, it's Akron. It's all me, not Hoster. Akron.
All right. South region, guys. Florida, of course, being the number one. They should win theirs just fine. Great matchup at Clemson and Iowa. I think Clemson comes away here, but I think Iowa keeps it close. Vandy and McNeese, don't count out McNeese in this one here, but I think Vandy might be too much for them. Troy, Nebraska, don't count out Troy either. I think Troy right there with it. Yep. North Carolina, VCU. I like, North Carolina's banged up. They don't have Caleb Wilson, and they've come away with some wins, of course, since then. But VCU's been.
I was just thinking, you know what Jay said? Jay texted Witt and said, "I can't take these guys anymore. They picked Duke. Go on there and talk to them." Would you know?
Exactly what's happening. Exactly. Because, we're going to talk some trash on North Carolina here in a minute, so watch out. Illinois, Penn. I think Illinois takes care of that. Again, if it was Yale, I like Yale a lot more than I do Penn in this matchup. St. Mary's, Texas A&M. Honestly, I can see Texas A&M winning and upsetting St. Mary's in that bracket. And then Houston and Idaho. I think Houston dominates their first round. And I think their second round's where it's going to get interesting. So, guys, what are you highlighting here in this bracket?
The Illinois Penn game, the over-under is only 149.5. Ooh. Penn scored 88 points this afternoon against Yale. Illinois could score on anybody. They scored 80-something against Wisconsin and lost in overtime. That's going to be a high-scoring game. I like Illinois a lot, but that's going to be a high-scoring game. This could be the bracket of doom for a lot of teams. I like Troy. I like McNeese. I also like Vanderbilt, but I like McNeese. I think there could be some upsets in this bracket. Mm-hmm. I think you could be looking at some upsets. So this could be the upset bracket right now, the way I'm looking at it. And don't sleep on VCU either. Sorry, Jay. Don't sleep on VCU. They could beat North Carolina, as North Carolina is constituted right now. So that's my impression of this bracket.
I'll say this. I don't think it'll happen. But if there's any chance that a number one gets knocked out round one, I think it's Florida. Especially if they play Lehigh. If they play Lehigh, I think Lehigh has a chance to beat Florida round one. I don't think they'll do it because I think Florida is just going to be too much for them at the end of the day. But I did not like the way Florida looked in the SEC tournament.
Yeah, I don't either.
I did not like the way Florida finished the season. Lehigh has an opportunity to do something that only two teams prior have ever done. I think, potentially.
That could be wild.
Just like you, Scott, I like VCU as well. Sorry, Jay.
I do too.
I think VCU is going to win outright.
I like VCU here in this matchup here, so I think they can definitely be impactful against the North Carolina team. So again, I could also see North Carolina dominating that game and moving on. So with it, who comes away out of the Final Four in this one, guys?
Boy, I want to say Florida so bad, but I'm going to go Illinois. There's something about Illinois that just puts me on to them. Like they're gonna do some major damage in this tournament. I don't know what it is. They could score. They could play defense. They have a great guard like they had a couple years ago when they had Shannon. I kind of like Illinois a lot. So I'm going to go Illinois.
Okay. Interesting pick. Alan?
I'm going to go Houston. I think it's going to happen eventually. It's going to happen eventually they're going to break through at one of these tournaments. I think it's finally going to happen. I think they'll get to the Final Four this year.
But Tanner, before you go, this is very interesting. What could the regional final be if seeds hold? Florida, Houston. What was the national championship game last year? Florida, Houston.
Yeah, that's true.
Committee has a sense of humor.
Committee doesn't want a rematch. So.
I like Illinois pick. I like the Houston pick. I think Houston will be right there. I kind of sneakily like Vandy to hit the Final Four. I think that's a possibility. But I'm going to go Florida in this one. I don't think they get a repeat of what happened against Vandy this weekend. So
the committee has a sense of humor. Sweet 16 could be Florida, Vandy.
Thanks,
regional
Whit.
final could be Florida, Houston. Thanks, Whit.
I mean, again, I can see Vandy easily in this. Yeah. Okay, so it's in our Final Four, guys. Who's in the finals?
Illinois, Duke.
Illinois, Duke. That's interesting.
So Houston,
Illinois,
Florida,
Illinois,
South bracket would face against the East. So Duke, we all had. Florida, Houston, Illinois would face Duke in that matter, if you're looking at a bracket. So I'm going Florida in the finals again.
I'll go Duke. I think Duke gets there.
What about you, Alan?
I'm going to say Arizona, Houston.
Yeah, Duke will play Arizona in the final, so I think it's Duke, Arizona. And if that's the case, I pick Arizona. So
I'm with you guys on Arizona. I think it's Florida, Arizona going at it. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a tough one to pick.
The thing with Arizona, the thing with Arizona with me is they've stepped up and met every challenge this year that's been presented in front of them. Big 12 tournament was not easy for them. They beat some really good teams.
And here's the thing, too. They lost two back-to-back, their first two losses in conference play this year. They lost them back-to-back against really tough teams. you'd think that maybe a team like that would probably fall apart afterwards, but they haven't lost since. So they've found the way to find their mojo and get the momentum back before getting into the tournament. So.
And everybody, stop with the Tommy Lloyd stuff. He's a good coach. He's a really good coach.
He's a great coach.
He's got a really good team this year. Arizona's going to make some serious noise in this tournament. It's going to be Duke, Arizona, and I pick Arizona to win it. Mm-hmm. I think Arizona's the real deal this year.
At Arizona, Houston, and I'd have Arizona winning as well.
If I had who I'm rooting for and who I'm going to pick are two different items. I'm rooting for Arizona. Yeah. I think Florida wins.
Florida go back to back.
Hate saying it, but that's what I got. Hate saying it.
If that happens, then Greg Sankey is never going to shut up for at least the next week.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can't pick an SEC team. That's why I can't pick an SEC team. I hope they all get knocked out after round 2. I hope it's like Big 10, Big 12, ACC, those 3 conferences. But
yeah.
Who's before we jet out, guys? Who's your Cinderella team for the tournament?
Miami of Ohio. I mean, come on! I had to.
Oh, are we talking Cinderella into the Elite 8, Final 4?
They make it to the Sweet 16, at least.
Akron would be mine.
I got Northern Iowa.
I could see any of these teams getting the Elite 8. To be honest with
you, know what? To not pick the obvious pick, I'll go with another one that I think could make the Elite 8. I'm going to go Missouri.
Yeah, that's possible.
I'll go Mizzou.
Unfortunately,
they can get to the Sweet 16 very easily. They're
really good.
Yeah,
it's set up well for them.
Miami and then Purdue, maybe.
Yeah,
in their backyard. I mean, that's probably the best setup that any team could have.
Can't ask for any better.
Miami, Purdue, and then potentially BYU.
Yeah, they could get to the region. Yeah, it's possible.
And then you would have to face probably Arizona.
Yeah, which we'd lose to Arizona. So
yeah, you'd probably lose to Arizona. Yeah, but
Missouri's either going to be out in the first round or they're going to get to the Elite 8.
Out of all the upset winners I had when I just did a bracket just now, I had Missouri going the farthest. So
Allen had Texas in the Final 4 too. Allen's got Texas in the final.
No, I got Texas not even in the field. Get them out.
I think they're going to beat NC State, but I don't think they go any further.
Tanner, the texting on the Texas game is going to stop in the first minute and keep going. Goddamn Texas. I see it coming.
Well, what sucks about that now is not only am I moving to Norman here pretty soon, but couple of the people that I work with now are Texas fans. So I was like, how did you end up here?
Wednesday morning might be a glorious morning for Allen at work. Or it could be the worst day he's ever been through in his working life. No, I think Texas could lose to NC State. It's highly possible. I guess
it depends what NC State team shows up. So.
Yeah. So
but they have not looked good this last month and a half.
Would you guys agree? This has been one of probably the most subpar bubbles we've had in a long time.
It's the worst bubble since 2016, I think somebody said.
I didn't think it was bad bubble by any means. It's a bubble, right? So I didn't think it was bad.
Bad teams in there.
I think they were the right teams outside of Texas and NC State to be a bubble team, but I don't think it was a bad bubble. I just think it's it was what it should have been, I guess, in a way.
The reason they said Auburn was in it for so long is because in one day 9 bubble teams went 0-9. That's why Auburn was still in it down to the last day, to today. Is because all these bubble teams just would not win. They just all kept losing. So that's what made the bubble not a great bubble in people's minds is because everybody lost. So
That's fair.
I mean, hell, we weren't even in the conversation until the last month of the season. Like you said, since that popcorn fire, and Oklahoma went on an 8-2 run since, and beating Auburn, beating Texas, beating Vanderbilt, beating Missouri, and these teams that are high in the tournament. Had they won a couple of their earlier games, they'd probably be sitting in here as an 11 seed right now.
Had they won one more game, they'd be in.
Had they beaten Arkansas and knocked them out?
They'd be in. No question.
They'd be in.
Yeah, no question.
Third year in a row. Third year in a row where they are the first team out. Third year in a row. I can't remember who. Last year was North Carolina, who was 1-11 in quad one, by the way. They let North Carolina in over us.
4th seed in the Midwest. South.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah,
4th seed in the South.
Yeah. Last year was North Carolina getting in over us, and then the year before that was NC State winning the ACC tournament and stealing that final bid.
Alan, your team needs to move to the Big 12. That'll get them in.
Team needs to. I know they're bringing Porter back, but how much longer can we take of this?
Where do they end up?
They're the 4th seed for sure, but I think it's in the South.
Yeah, I think so.
They're the West.
Oh, they're in the West?
Arkansas, 4th seed of the West. They play Hawaii. Honestly, they can make it to play Arizona in the Sweet 16. I think they could. I think they can beat Wisconsin. They can beat Hawaii. They can beat Wisconsin, but you lose to Arizona.
Which I think is what's going to end up happening. Because I don't see the team losing first weekend. Arkansas's major role right now, but Arizona's probably.
What does it say? If Hawaii wins, we're all going to go insane.
Yeah, I don't think Hawaii's beating Arkansas. Can't see it.
Yeah.
I know they're good, but I can't see that. I can't see it.
Yeah.
All right, boys. For those out there, we will be posting. We'll all do it. We'll all have to do it. We'll get the link here set up, but Rec Room Sports Hub is doing a bracket challenge. And there is, I believe, if Jay's doing it the same way, there was a prize last year that Scott ended up winning, and it's open to the public. Anybody can win it.
No prize. I didn't get a prize.
No prize? Oh,
I got an attaboy. Congratulations,
Scott.
Attaboy.
Scott, I saw your stuff here with me from last year. I think you'll like it once you officially receive it. That's what he said.
Who said that? Wait,
Jay.
Oh, Jay?
Yeah.
What, a North Carolina jersey? Is that what I'm getting?
It's a storm the court picture.
Storm the court picture, yeah.
It's one of those like meme diplomas where it says you tried, and it's just got like UMass on it.
No, here's what I'm getting. Here's what I know I'm getting: a special guest spot on ESPN 690 in Jacksonville Thursday.
Right. We'll be back Thursday on that. Yes, there will be a Rec Room Sports Hub bracket. We'll get it all posted, guys. So just follow Alan at aparalis30 on X, myself at tan12489, and at sjcobe1 on X as well. You can find me on Facebook. You can just find the Rec Room Sports Facebook page there. So we'll get that posted so you guys can join in, and we'll have the women's side and the men's side. So 2 brackets you guys can fill out and join us in. It's going to be awesome. It's open to the public, and it'll be a bunch of fun. So talk some smack, hop in on Tuesday nights, give Whit a hard time. Thursday, when we're back on ESPN 690 Jacksonville, we'll be we'll be back on that Thursday night. We'll be live here as well. So we'll be going at it. We should. It's time. It's gonna be fun. It's awesome to be able.
By the way, I just looked at some of the challenge, some of the early brackets that have already been entered. 27.5% have selected Duke to win it all. A little over 19% have selected Arizona to win it all, and I think the third most is Michigan.
Dang.
So that means I'm going
I
Florida.
believe that, though.
That means I'm going Florida.
I'm going Florida.
I'm
Florida's
going
good
Florida.
money right now. Florida must
That's
be
what-
good value.
The brackets that I won last year were ones that had Florida winning it all, and that nobody picked Florida. That's why.
Right.
So you have to kind of off the base a little bit. So
For the Lock It In crew, I don't know. We'll have to see what the heck's going on for the week here. We might try to sneak in a Wednesday night show, maybe, if we can.
I am on vacation this week, Tanner. So whatever time you want to do Wednesday, I'm
All
there.
right. We'll figure it out. We'll talk.
We got our official preview for the baseball show on Wednesday too as well.
Yeah, but game start
We'll
at 7.
figure it out. I don't have the phones.
It wouldn't be late. Probably, I wouldn't
No,
think.
it'd just be a quick preview show, right? We'll talk some bets, talk about what we like, and maybe we'll lock in a Thursday, Friday deal. So, and of course Thursday as well, Thursday afternoon on ESPN 69 Jacksonville, right here in Rec Room Sports Hub. You'll see myself here once again. We'll make sure we drop some Friday bets for you to get ready as we continue to monitor here and really dig deep into the comparison for these games. So,
Last thing.
Yeah.
Tanner and Alan are Central Standard Time. If you like basketball, Thursday and Friday your day, 11 Central until after midnight.
yeah.
Those are your days.
I've already told the office I will be working at home these days. Working. We'll see what that actually looks like. But I'll be at home logged in at least. So
at least they'll get to watch a little bit on lunch.
that's right. You'll catch up quick. Don't worry.
And my first lock-in is Miami of Ohio plus 7.5 over SMU. That's my first lock-in.
There you go.
Tuesday night.
Okay. All right, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow. Appreciate you guys joining us. We'll drop the links here for the Rec Room Sports Hub's bracket challenge for the men's and women's brackets. And as always, guys, we'll catch you guys next Saturday, hopefully, and we'll see what goes on. We'll see you guys.
Go Hawaii.
Bye. Go Hawaii.
Go Hawaii.